Progesterone is added to estrogen replacement therapy to reduce the risk of cancer. Progesterone can also increase your chances of cancer. And it's like, okay, well, what the hell? At this point in time, I just don't know what to do. I really don't know. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Caroland. This is Carolina, and today's video I want to talk about a hormone called progesterone that can be used on your HRT or hormone replacement therapy when you're transitioning as a transgender woman. And I want to talk about my experience and what I know. I'm not a doctor. I am not going to be giving medical advice. I simply want to use this space as an open forum to discuss about this drug because I feel like not a lot of people talk about it, and I want to know what you guys think. I've been told by different doctors to use it, not to use it, that it can help with breast development, that it can help me reduce the chances of getting breast cancer. And then I hear other people to say that no, that it can actually do the opposite, that it can actually give you cancer. So I am kind of just lost in the middle and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should be taking it or not. At the end of the day, we should always depend on our doctor and their better judgment. But this is something that we're all still learning. Doctors are still learning about it. And I feel like this should be brought up more often so that doctors can really do the research and figure out, is progesterone going to help our transition and going to help our process of replacing our hormones. The pill is called Progesterone. When I first started transitioning, I was not taking progesterone. My doctor only prescribed estrogen or estradiol in the form of a pill and spironolactone, which is the testosterone blocker. I was going through my transition. I was starting to get breast development. I was doing fine. I mean, I didn't have any major issues. I did stop my transition for 2 years, and then once I got back into transitioning and back into hormones, my new doctor, who was or is an endocrinologist, someone that focuses only on hormones, prescribed me progesterone. And she told me that progesterone was a hormone that would help me with my breast development, but also because apparently progesterone can also counteract some of the side effects of estrogen. Progesterone is added to estrogen replacement therapy to reduce the risk of cancer of the uterus. I don't have a uterus, but I was told, like I said, by one of my doctors that it could prevent breast cancer. So I was like, wow, well, I'll definitely take Progesterone along with estrogen. Well, I started taking it as I went on my transition. My doctor suggested to get me off Progesterone. Why? Because she said that the less hormones that I take, the better, because the less chances of me getting cancer or having any type of heart problems. One thing that I noticed is that when I would take Progesterone at night, I would have night terrors. I would have night sweats. I also noticed a lot more weight gain when I was on Progesterone. And after I started slowly reducing the amount of progesterone that I started taking with my HRT, I noticed that those side effects kind of went away. But at the same time, I was a little bit nervous about stop taking it because I was like, well, didn't my doctor tell me that it's supposed to prevent me from getting breast cancer? I started doing my own research back then. I read that apparently Progesterone can also increase your chances of cancer. And it's like, okay, well, what the hell? It's like contradicting what my doctor told me. So at that point, I didn't know what to do. I was like, should I take it? Should I not take it? Is it gonna help me? Is it gonna hurt me? So anyways, long story short, I ended up stop taking Progesterone. Fast forward like a year and I ended up having bottom surgery. I had my SRS. Everything went great. I stopped taking the T blockers because I didn't need them anymore. So all I was taking was estrogen. Fast forward another year, after recovering from surgery, and I go back to see my doctor, and my doctor tells me that, or in this case asks me if I'm taking progesterone. And I was like, well, I used to, but not anymore. And he said, well, he actually recommended for me to get back on progesterone because it could help with dilations. It could help with the tissue in my vagina become more elastic and just more moist, I would say, or be able to secrete more. So it could be, easier to lubricate and to dilate. But once again, I feel like I just keep going back and forth. My first doctor never prescribed progesterone. My second doctor said to take it, but then kind of took me out of it slowly. Then this surgeon is telling me to take it to help me with dilation. And then should I continue to take it for long periods of time or just for a little bit? Is this something that I can go back and forth? I'm not sure. One thing I know is that they always suggest not to get off and on hormones because it's just not good for your body. Fast forward once again, and I moved to LA. I go back to a new doctor to get a new prescription of hormones, and this new doctor prescribes me progesterone once again. And at this point, I don't know what to do. In cases like this, you should always listen to your doctor. But when some of your doctors are contradicting themselves with what they're telling you about this specific drug with medroxyprogesterone, I kind of feel like at this point in time, I just don't know what to do. I really don't know. And I hope that everyone that's taking hormones is doing it under medical supervision. And I hope that you can have this open discussion with your own doctor and ask them, why am I taking this? What are the real effects of this? Is this going to help me more than it's going to hurt me? Because it's, at the end of the day, important that we take charge of our bodies and our health. And I feel like hormone replacement therapy for transgender women is relatively new. I mean, it started back, I believe, in the 40s when doctors started prescribing hormones to transgender women to be able to transition medically. But it's something that is still being studied, and I feel like there should be more focus on this because we want to be able to get the best treatment. We want to be able to take care of our health along with being able to transition and be able to have the right levels that are going to help us develop as the people that we really are. And I just, like I said, wanted to just open this space for discussion. I want to ask you guys, are you guys taking progesterone? Is it helping you? Is it hurting you? Have you had any serious side effects? I don't know what to do. I feel like this is something that we should all bring up to our doctors and really discuss it in a serious way. And that's all I'm going to talk about this topic. If you guys have more questions or any other topic that you want to discuss on my channel, please let me know down in the comments, and I would love to talk about it and tell you guys my experience. Okay, that's it for today, so I will talk to you guys soon. Ciao.